On the benchmark this beautiful Friday morning, we're expanding the dialogue on surveyors' role in real estate development. And joining me in the studios, I have Surveyor Akanji Iyanda, who is a member of the Nigerian Institution of Surveyors. Surveyor Akanji, nice to have you. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Victor.
And how are you doing?
Very well, sir. How
Great.
Are you doing?
You're welcome.
Thank you very much, sir.
All right. So I also have Surveyor Oyerogba Olugbenga, who is another member of the Nigerian Institution of Surveyors, MNIS. Nice to have you in the building. Good morning.
Thank you, Mr. Victor.
And you're welcome.
I'm nice to be here.
All right. So I know we've talked about this before, but how crucial is it that surveyors' roles are needed in real estate development? Surveyor Iyanda, talk to me.
Okay. Surveyors' role in real estate development, like you said, is very crucial because it ensures the projects to be very effective, to make the project effective in the sense that there are a lot of roles we play. When we talk of boundary, mapping out, and we talk about monitoring of projects. We're talking about stakeholders communication, talking about the design, so a lot more during in real estate development. So we have a lot of roles we play.
So their roles are very, very crucial.
Very, very crucial.
But a lot of times people might want to mix that up with estate surveyors, so to say.
No.
So is there a difference?
There's a very clear difference. Because as surveyors, we start with the projects. We are the first professional who work when you talk of projects. We work during the project execution, and even after the project execution, we still work. So we are the front, we are the beginning, in the middle, and we are the end. Okay.
So the surveyor's role is very crucial.
Very, very important, sir.
All right. If I get to you, and we look at all that you have said now, surveyor's role, very, very crucial. But in taking that to another level, Surveyor Oyerogba Olugbenga, talk to my listeners. Can real estate really, we know some will say, well, some other professionals are needed because today we have what they call the real estate developers and all of that. But those estates can stand without your presence.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Victor. When we are talking of taking precise data, taking precise measurement, there is no any other profession that can compete with surveyor. Like my colleague said, a lot of information that we gather at the site. Take for instance, we want to start a real estate. You have to consult a surveyor if you want to have a productive real estate. What do I mean?
Talk to me.
You have to consult a surveyor. Take the surveyor. I have a site or I have a development, I have a property. A surveyor that will give you more insight about that property. It will illuminate you more about what you need to know in order for you to thrive. Okay. That's one. Another point is, if you have a estate now that you are dealing with, you don't know the extent. Surveyor will give you what is the extent of the land that you are interested in order for you to avoid dispute in future.
All right. So surveyors, they deal with information, right?
Yes.
So this information, can't it be provided by other professionals as well? Town planners could tell you they have that information as well.
Like I said before, when you are talking of precise information, it's only surveyor that can give you that, because every other profession have their own role too to play in the real estate. Take for instance, when you are talking of getting a precise measurement, precise information, it's surveyor that will gather those one, present it, and from there the other profession will not take off. But for any other profession to take in charge of our own work, they can only try, but they cannot get a precise information.
So how do surveyors contribute to ensuring compliance, especially with regulations and laws in real estate projects? Let's get back to the surveyor Iyanda.
Okay, the compliance is, of course, in surveying, we have our own laws that are guiding us. Okay. So in as much as we work for them, or we work in real estate development, we contribute to it. We make sure they follow suit, so such a way that it will meet up with the either national or international standard.
Right.
Now, for instance, when you are buying a property, like my colleague said, you have to consult a surveyor for search. When you do search, that will tells you where you are going. Either it's good for you to proceed on it or not. After you make your search, you capture the boundary. Those things are under rules. There are ways we go about it. So we don't go beyond or we go below or outside the rules and regulation. So as we are doing it, we are guiding them. And as much beyond that, we do what we call professional guide or in terms of advice. So whatever they want to do, it has to be according to the rules and regulation guiding either the cadastral or whatever you want to do.
All right.
You know, so
and Surveyor Olugbenga, from what you see, are people really making good use of surveyors for the development of those real estate that we see around?
Yes, that is the essence of this program, to reach out to people to make sure they patronize the right professionals when it comes to real estate. Every other professions, they have their own role to play. So this medium is one we have to appreciate you. We thank you a lot for this medium. We have to, like this medium now, we make use of it. Other means is there to reach out to people that the main professionals that they need to consult when it comes to real estate. They should consult them at the right time. All
right. So at what point do they need to get in touch with the surveyors? I mean, I'm interested in buying like let's say 20 hectares of land and all of that. So at what point do I need your services?
So like you said, now you are interested in 20 acres of land. As you are planning it in your mind, the first person to consult is surveyor, because you only have the number of acreage that you interested in. You don't know the location. Maybe somebody just tell you is in Ikorodu, is in Etiosa. You don't know the precise location where it is. The surveyor will tell you. It's surveyor that you will consult. It will tell you, is either those people that owns it or the Omonile or whoever. They will take you and surveyor to the site. It's surveyor that will determine the nature of the site, the area, the acreage. He will use his professional training in order to get some facts and data in which he will use it to guide you in taking decision. You too will have enough information so that you will not fall victim into a wrong hand or take wrong decision.
All right. So let's talk about the challenges now. What are some of the challenges confronting, the surveyors, or the challenges that you guys face in real estate development? Surveyor Iyanda, what are some of those challenges? Okay,
I think one of the challenges is what my colleague has mentioned earlier, which is information. Number one, if you are not informed, you'll be deformed. Now, for instance, now you want to start a real estate business, and you are not aware that the first person you are even supposed to make as a friend is a surveyor, because when you don't have the information, you only be doing the wrong things. Lot of things that we do for them, from the search, for them to know if they can buy the land.
Okay.
From the boundary demarcation, from the design, the project monitoring, and as well, we talk about stakeholder communication, whereby we know how to reach out to the people involved and guide them on what to do. So information is a key. So if they don't know, they won't do the right thing. So I think it's the major challenge we are having
at the moment.
And
what are you guys doing as a body to overcome this kind of challenge?
Of course.
Olugbenga?
Yes, like I said before, like this medium is one of them that we are using in order to reach out to the people. Then another thing is, during our AGM, we always do what we call CSR. We reach out to people, community, town, to introduce ourselves. Like we do more on that CSR, like I said, we do more on it. We reach out to, we visit and do the joint programs.
Okay.
Like other professions. Like when we are doing any AGM, we invite people, come and see what we are doing.
Oh, good.
So from there, they will learn, they will know our impact in society as a whole. So many means that we are reaching out to people.
All right. Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM this morning. We still continue the dialogue on the roles of surveyors in real estate development. And I have Surveyor Iyanda here with me, member of the Nigerian Institution of Surveyors. Same for Surveyor Oyerogba Olugbenga, who is also member MNIS. All right, then we're going to be hearing from you very, very shortly. But traffic-wise, things are still looking very, very good. You can connect with us if you want to talk to us about the traffic situation where you are. Feel free to connect with us as well. All right, let's look at the roles that technology can play in all of this. I mean, we've been talking about the world moving around technology these days. So for surveyors to really, really be up to scratch in terms of their roles being effective, what are the trends in technology that can help to actualize that?
Okay, thank you very much. The way technology can actually assist is, of course, thank God, within the institution, there is a program that comes up every year, which the institution brings up, like MCPD.
Okay.
Training on, so that we'll be updated on what's the trend. Like, for instance, some of the instruments that are newly, produced, so that we get to know some of those things. And that is even making the work to be more easy in terms of practice now. For instance, those days we use to the light, Now we use GPS, the GPS now.
That's the global positioning system.
Yes, thank you very much, sir. So I think you are part of us. so we use GPS now. We use UAV, and lots more, because those ones now are now making the work to be more easy. So if you have a vast land, you are going to real estate, you have a vast land. So we could be able to bring that on board. It will save time, it will save energy, to save the personnel that will be engaged in the execution of the project. All
right, so Surveyor Olugbenga, how do surveyors help mitigate risks and even disputes in property transactions? Talk to me, because I'm sure that's very, very crucial for real estate.
Yes, that question, I'm really interested in it. That's why at the starting point, I let you know that surveyor is the first person to consult if you don't want to have any problem in future. Take for instance, you said at the starting point that take for instance you have 20 acres of land. The person that is selling it for you, he's just telling you is having 20 acres of land. Maybe he's at 15 that he call it 20 for you. You don't know.
Right.
So the duty of surveyor is to determine it for you. At the assumption, this where you are going. This 20 that you want to buy is 15. You will have known it. You will not plan for 20 instead of 15 on ground. Right. So when you visit the site, the physical site, you will see that it's only surveyor that can determine it for you. Okay. So when you have right people, right professional to take you to gather information for you, you will avoid disputes.
All right, and surveyors will be able to bring in their expertise
exactly
to help avoid that.
Yes.
All right, then. So let's talk about value now. Value orientation, value addition. So what kind of value addition will the surveyors be bringing to real estate projects beyond the traditional boundaries? Because I know you guys are there to determine the boundaries, right?
Yes.
But what other values will the surveyor be bringing to such projects?
Okay.
Yes, go ahead.
Thank you very much, sir. Beyond taking the measurement, I think I've said earlier, one of those points is professional advice. We guide them on how to go about it. If, for instance, now I've made search for you on the land,
right,
I should be able to guide you and advise you that this land, don't buy it. It is for government, so you don't go near it. I think it is a key advice that we should give to them. So another thing is project monitoring. Because when the project is ongoing, surveyors have to be on site, whereby we have to monitor it, because the design, we have to set it out on the ground, so that it will conform with whether the architect has even bring up. So then after the execution again, they will do something like as-built survey.
Right.
So we have to justify it to be very sure that what the project they have executed conform with the original design. So those are the things. Then we talk of stakeholder communication. We can work in between. all the stakeholders and let them know that this is the right thing you're supposed to do. This is the right thing, so we can guide them.
Okay, so when we talk about real estate, a lot of times in this, this time and age, we now have what they call real estate developers. Is that correct?
Yes.
So what kind of collaboration or perhaps what kind of partnerships would you guys build in order to ensure that things go very well for the development of such projects?
Thank you, Mr. Victor. You see, in real estate, there is no only one profession cannot work there. Other professionals, they have their own contribution.
Okay.
Like you said, a real developer is the one just stand. He just stand for people. He cannot get. He is not the only one that is in the system. He want to sell it. Is either he want to incorporate other people to join him, or he want to parcel the land and sell it out so that he will make his own money.
Right.
So that corroboration must be there in order for him to have his business. His business is very, very key. And how will he get all this done? He need the role of surveyor in order for him to have free and smooth transaction.
And is that the case? Do they normally consult you guys? Iyanda?
Yes, I can say partially.
Okay.
Because it says that's why I said we thank God we are putting more pressure on information now. The people, because sometimes they don't know. Like myself, I have people I consult for, real estate developer I consult for.
Okay.
But what I do is that I go extra mile. Even sometimes I am like, you must involve me, because if you don't do that, you are going to make mistakes. And I let them see the reasons why they do that. So I can say partial, because some of them don't still do the right thing. They don't consult surveyors.
Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. The loaded flat-bodied truck at Maryland. We broke down at Maryland with mechanical faults. That has been taken off as supplied by the control room, so it's much better navigating through that corridor. Let me see if I can serve you with more. Lekki Ekwe this morning, still looking good. Most of the areas there, no major worries. Mile 2 and Ijesha corridor, smooth movement being experienced from Second Rainbow, Fat Games, Mile 2 okay, down to Otto Wharf. Likewise for the return journey, descending the bridge to Car Wash underneath the bridge. And of course to Suru Alaba inwards, Orile is also good at the moment. We can also tell you movement from Mile 2OK down to Dorba Junction, Maza, as well as First Stack, First Gates, Agboju down to Alakija, also looking pretty good at the moment. And then Alakija in and out is also good movement. Alakija inwards, Abuliado down to the Trade Fair is looking good too. We can tell you the return journey back to Mile 2 bus stop, connecting Agofure, linking up with the bridge to Oshodi Expressway, is also looking good at the moment. All right, then, so let's see if you can expand the discourse beyond the studios to also have your input. 08099120777. Okay, that's 08099120777. Those are the numbers that you can call, or perhaps send in your questions, and my guests will be here, or they are here to deal with all these questions that you want to ask as well. All right, so let's talk about some real estates in Lagos. From what you see, some have said the absence of the surveyors in some of those estates is the reason why you have some disorderliness in some of those estates that we have. Is that correct?
Yes.
Surveyor Olugbenga?
Yes, Mr. Victor.
You will say that because you're a surveyor, right?
Yeah. So a lot of estates within Lagos, they are having challenges. What is the reason? They, like you said, do they consult us? A lot of them, they want to do things on their own. A lot of them, they don't want to patronize the expertise. A lot of them, they want to cut their corners, and at the end of the day, they will pay for it.
Right. Okay, but I mean, in your own case, yours is just to ensure that you give them the kind of advice, have information about the land. But in terms of planning the estate, that doesn't have to do with you, right?
It has to do with us.
In what way?
It has to do with us.
I mean, the town planners will tell you,
no, this is the thing. When we give them the perimeter survey that shows the actual land they have, is the perimeter survey that we produce in a precise with precise instruments That's what they give to town planner to plan it for them. So town planner, when he prepare the layout, whatever the town planner produce, we call it layout.
Okay.
So it's our duty as a surveyor that we now lay all those plots individually on the ground.
So you are the guys that will do the more or less the demarcation
individual. So when you look at the layout, the way the government and the town planner does their things is not, if it's residential, all the plots will not be all residential. Okay. That will be recreation. That will be other features that will make the estate look fine and to be completed, to complete. So you understand?
Right.
So in order for them to utilize according to how the layout is designed, so it's the role of surveyor that we establish it on the ground, and we monitor that this place is meant for sport. You cannot use it for residential because estate developer, they want to maximize their profit. So you understand, sir?
Right.
So we have to monitor this place is meant for road, this place is meant for service area, this is meant for green area. All those things is our own role and our duty to lay it out accordingly.
Okay. All right then. Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM 08099120777. The message here says, is there a difference between a survey plan and a deed of assignment? Bidemi is sending that one in Surveyor Iyanda. What's your response to that?
Yeah, of course, there's distinction between survey plan and deed of assignment. Survey plan is produced by a surveyor,
okay,
while the deed of assignment is produced by a lawyer.
Oh.
So, but the deed of assignment cannot be achieved without a survey plan, because all the information on the survey plan has to be included
in the deed of assignment.
In the deed of assignment.
All right, Bidemi, I hope that is quite understandable. This one says, good morning, surveyors. Please, what exactly does a surveyor do in real estate? I feel a lot of us don't fully understand. Grace is sending this one from Ikwaja. Surveyor Olugbenga, maybe you need to convince Grace the more on why your rules are needed.
Grace, if you have been following us from the inception of this program, you will have heard a lot of things that we have discussed. The role of surveyor in real estate are numerous. There are numbers. Like we said, we are the first person to consult if you want to have a free and each free estate. We are the one to consult if you want to demarcate your land. If you don't want to have any dispute in the nearest future, or if there's any dispute, we are the one to show according to how the survey plan or the measurement or the square meter that you have. We are the one to show you this is your land, this is where your land starts, and this is where it ends. Then with the role of surveyor, also it tells you where is your land. Where is your land? We are the one to determine it for you, okay, according to information that we.
And you have the information about that land, right?
Yes.
To tell us if it's a
government acquisition,
or
free from government
or
acquisition.
free from. Okay, so you have all those information, right? A message here popping in says, Surveyor Akanji, why is land surveying so expensive these days? Is it the equipment? Olatunji is sending this one in.
Okay, you can say it's expensive, but it's not. If you look at it holistically, you could even see that we are even charging less. Now, for instance, where you have a property sold for 250 million naira, and we are charging you about 2 million thereabouts to do a survey, which is not even up to 1% of the cost of the land.
Right.
So it's not expensive. Okay. It's not.
All right. You heard him. He says it's not expensive. That was from Olatunji, right? Olatunji, thank you so much. This one says, good morning, Mr. Oteri and the surveyors. Well done. However, there are some surveyors sometimes collaborate with land grabbers. What can really be done to deter offenders? Mr. Leakey is sending this one. Okay, so how would you guys respond to that? They have accused some of your members of conniving with land grabbers.
So, Mr. Leakey, like those people that are collaborating with a land grabber, like if you patronize a registered surveyor, qualified registered surveyor, we have offices that you can trace us to. We have our institution. We have our secretariat at the back of this studio here at Alausa here.
Right.
There is no any surveyor, qualified surveyor that you trace down to that office that you cannot locate him. So I will advise you, you don't just patronize any surveyor. Patronize qualified and registered surveyors that ask where you can trace him to.
All right. And how can I identify one, Surveyor Iyanda? For those who are listening to us right now and they're saying, well, it is true, I need to patronize a qualified, a well-certified surveyor. How can I identify them?
All right. Okay. Thank you very much for that question. I think we have many ways of identifying registered surveyors. Like according to the second law, you can't call yourself a surveyor if you are not one. It's even an offense. So when you approach me, I can easily tell you I'm a registered surveyor. Then if you want to find out, you can go online. There's a platform online where you can search to be very sure. We have our institution, we have our secretariat in Alausa here. You can visit the office of the Survey General. So a lot more to be very sure that this person you are dealing with. And as well, we have our tag that we use all around that carries the Nigerian Institution of Surveyor. Even the Association of Private Practice Surveyor of Nigeria. We have the one of Surveyor Council of Nigeria. Right. So some of those tags are some of our identity, aside from the normal ID card that we use. So those are the ways.
Okay. Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM 08099120777. Gradually, we are drifting towards the end of the program this morning. But if you have any questions for the surveyors, especially in exploring their roles in real estate development, feel free to connect with us. Both of them, they are qualified surveyors of several years standing, and they are here to respond to your questions. All right, we'll talk about the equipment that can also help in all of this. But do we have enough surveyors in the land that can do all of this? I mean, for adventure, we bring in these jobs. Do we have enough of you, Surveyor Olugbenga?
Thank you, Mr. Victor. We have enough hand. Despite the fact, every year, those people that go to school, they roll them out. They still go do professional exams in order to join us, in order to expand the coast. So, with the number of surveyors that we have, and with the new innovations and technology, we are good to go. Okay,
so no fears at all.
No fear at all.
All right, let's talk about Lagos now. We've talked about the fact that we have so many real estate projects, some challenges, but then how can we have a better handshake between the real estate developers and the surveyors? What do you think we need to do right now for all that of collaboration and partnership to improve, Surveyor Iyanda?
All right. I think it's a matter of having a synergy between the two parties. If the real estate developers can just try as much as possible to make surveyors their best friend, to understand the fact that they can't work without surveyors, I think that would sort the whole challenges within the two parties. Right. So they should just make registered surveyors their best friend.
Okay. All right. So collaboration is very, very good for effectiveness.
Very, very
and all of this can be done with a handshake from both, from all professionals that are involved. Let's begin to wrap this all up right now as we depart the program. Surveyor Olugbenga, what's the message this morning to our people, and how can they really, really appreciate the work of surveyors better?
Thank you, Mr. Victor. As we are rounding it up, there is this advice that we encourage all the real estate developers: consult a qualified and registered surveyor. And there is this thing, I want to use this medium to get it across to the everybody. We all, especially in Lagos, we need not to joke with the height. What do I mean by height? When the topography of the estate or any area, because Lagos, we always have flood problem.
That's right.
We always have that flood problem can only be handled by a surveyor that will give you more information about the terrain of your estate, in which you will be able to plan ahead in order to not to have any problem. Then we need to reach out to the registered surveyor, like I said, in order for you to plan with you and to have any challenges in future.
All right then, and from Surveyor Iyanda, what's your pattern thought this morning?
All right, okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Victor. I think I will just come in by giving a summary of what we have been discussing. Like, to our people outside there who are listening to us, make a registered surveyor your friend, whereby because what we do for you is numerous. At the initial stage, we are the one to tell you if your land is safe to buy, if it's a good investment for you, so they don't go and buy government land. At the end of the day, there won't be any form of
compensation.
Yes,
right.
There's not even compensation for that.
Okay.
Because when you buy government land, if you have a tower on it, they will demolish it.
That's
but
right.
who can save you from that is a surveyor. We'll give you that information right from the beginning, so that we not even spend your kobo. Then when you talk of the boundary, you are the one to give your shape, your land the shape that it is on the ground. So whereby the architect, the town planner will make use of it to do that. And when you are talking about the project, during the project, we are the one to execute all of those things. Like my colleague has talked about topography.
Right.
So when you talk about the topography, we are the one to let you know that in the future you'll be having water challenge here. So that you prepare ahead to know how to control it, so that all those things will not happen.
All
so
right.
make a register surveyor your best friend.
And that's a very suitable point to terminate this conversation. And like what you heard from him, please try and make the surveyor of your very, very best friend in all real estate development projects, and you will never regret it. Surveyor Akanji, nice having you in the building. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you very much,
and
sir.
to Surveyor Oyerogba Olugbenga, it's a thing of pride to have you in the studios this morning. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr.
Okay, so this conversation has been made possible by APPSN, the Association of Private Practicing Surveyors of Nigeria. But they are doing this just to ensure that the surveying profession remains perhaps very, very relevant, and also you can tap into them so that we can have a better planned city, a better planned country as a whole. All right, we have to go. The program this morning has been produced by Mike James, and I say a big thank you to Remy Aluko of our social media unit, Okpaibi Shodunke as well. Maximum shout out going out to executive producer Tayo Akonle. My name is Victor Oteri. Have a splendid weekend. Bye. Looking